Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. My name is Melissa, and I'm here to lead you through mindful stretch. We will be practicing for 15 minutes today. So as we go through our practice, just a reminder to listen to your body. If any of the stretches that we work with do not work for you, please skip them, come on out and modify. For your practice today, it'll be nice to have a mat to practice on. I also took out the blanket, so sometimes having a blanket close by can be nice with some of the stretching, and also the exercise blocks. So if you'd like to have these close by, those can be nice props as well. And these are not a necessity for our time on the mat today, but they can just be some nice props to assist you in some of the stretches. As we work through our practice today, I would love to do a practice focusing on our shoulders. I know through the work day, through the work week, the shoulders can hold a lot of tension, especially if we find ourselves sitting a lot. Maybe we notice that we're not moving through the day with the best of posture. A lot of stress can be put on the shoulder. So this practice will be great for bringing some circulation, getting the blood flowing to that area, and also so relaxing for the mind and for the body. Let's begin by finding a comfortable seated position. We'll take a moment to close the eyes. Give yourself a moment to take a few deep full breaths in and out. And then as you exhale, see if you can lengthen your exhale. Make that a little longer than your inhale. And then maybe doing a gentle scan of your body, noticing where you might be holding onto tension, and then letting that tension go as you exhale. Let's take an opportunity to start by warming up the neck. We're going to take an inhale. Feel your left hand sweep up and over. Reach for the right side of your head, and then gently soften your left ear to your left shoulder. And then not trying to move with force on this one. It's just that nice, gentle suggestion of the ear to the shoulder. Bringing yourself back to a neutral neck. Left hand lowers, right hand lifts. Let's take a nice full breath in here. We're going to lengthen and then gently soften right ear to right shoulder. Maybe notice if the stretch feels very similar on this side to the first side that we worked on. We'll bring ourselves back through to center. Right hand relaxes down. Left hand, let's bring it up and over. We're going to gaze to the underarm on the left side, then take the gaze down towards the ground. And then gently encourage your head into the stretch. Again, on this one, not moving with force, just that gentle suggestion of drawing the head into the stretch a bit. Realign. Left hand lowers, right hand up and over. Gazing to the underarm on the right side, and then floating the gaze down towards the mat. Releasing. Going to come back to neutral. Let's take that right hand down onto the ground. Left hand up and over. We'll float into a side stretch here. Getting into our spine a little bit, opening up the shoulders gently for those deeper shoulder stretches as we flow through the practice. Let the core engage. Left hand lowers, right hand lifts. Let's float to the other side. Let's feel the breath flowing in and flowing out through the nose. So deep full inhale, deep full exhale. We'll bring ourselves back on up to neutral. Let's come on forward into a tabletop position. So as you come to table, we're going to do a little stretching on the hands and on the knees. So if your knees tend to be a little sensitive, feel free to grab a blanket to pad the knees. have a little bit of space between your knees. So we'll take our knees, our hips in line. We're going to take those wrists and those shoulders in line. Let's start with our right hand. So we'll begin to sweep the hand up towards the sky and then gently relax the arm down. Just take a moment just to pause here. Feel your head relax. Breathe. And then we'll try that again. Inhale, hand to the sky, full breath in. And exhale, float it down. And we're gonna go 3 more times here, just to really open up the shoulder. So nice opportunity just to flow with your own breath. You can find your rhythmic flow here. And then we'll begin to pause. So we're gonna pause here. We're gonna thread the arm under. We call this one thread the needle. And we're just gonna take a moment to pause. So maybe find a spot to focus on. Call that our drishti, the focal point. So one spot on the floor or maybe the wall to ceiling to really zone in your awareness and concentration. Feel free to stay here. If you'd like a little more, option to take your left hand up to the sky. Sometimes taking the hand at the hip or wrapping the arm around the low back is nice. And whether your hand is up or down, there are a couple advanced options which I can show, and then you can find the one that works best for you. So whether your hand is lifted or not, you could work on straightening out your left leg. One variation is having your toes on the ground. Pressing through your heel in the back of the knee helps to give a little calf and hamstring stretch. If you're feeling like you have the balance, the core strength, maybe play with this idea of lifting the leg up. And for the most advanced option, you could take your left hand for your left foot and take a bind here. We'll just want to check in, make sure that we're breathing. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose. We're going to undo the pose nice and slow. So we'll take our knee down. Hand will come down and right hand, let's bring that right to the sky. And we're going to begin to circle here. So just find a little flowing movement. Nice 3 big circles. And reverse. Let's flow in the other direction. Excellent. Let's take a moment to come back to table. So we're going to try that little flow on the other side. Left leg extend or left hand reaches up to start. We'll begin to draw the arm underneath the body. Side of the head relaxes, shoulder relaxes. We'll bring it back on up. Left hand reaches, stretches up. And release. 3 more times with your breath. And then as you relax the arm down, we're going to take that time to relax the head down. And we'll want to find a spot to focus on. We're going to want to drop into our breath. So we'll take deep inhales and exhales through the nose. And then we have this opportunity to play. So as we move through the other options, you can always stay here. This is going to be a great opportunity to open up the shoulder and the neck. It's also a gentle inversion, so that's calming to the nervous system. So right hand reaches up if you'd like. Option to straighten the right leg. Maybe the leg lifts. Maybe the hand comes to meet the foot. Moving out of this one, nice and slow with control. Right knee down. Right hand down, left hand lifts. Let's circle here 3 times. And reverse. Good. We're going to come back on through. Let's reset to table. So I'd love to take a moment to work on a really nice shoulder opener. So we'll come down onto our stomach and I'll demo it and talk you through it. So what we'll do is we're going to extend one arm out to the side. We're going to want to have our palm facing down. And being here might be a really nice opening and you might want to stay there. There is an option to build on it, but I want to put it out there that it can be a little bit of a deeper, intense stretch. So always listen to your body. If it's feeling a little bit much at some point, just come on out of it. Just roll back onto your stomach. So as we come down to the ground here, let's start by extending the left hand off to the side of the room. So we'll just take our arm out into a half T. And it is really important to have your palm facing down. And just being here, this might be a really good shoulder stretch for some people. So this might be where you hang out. If you would like to go for more, you can roll onto the left side of your body. And then if you wanted more stretch, you could take your right foot and then step it over to the left. So it creates a little kickstand support. And that's going to make it a little bit more intense of a stretch. If you want to go even more, sometimes taking that right arm, wrapping around your low back makes it a little bit more intense as well. We're going to be here and just hold it and soften into it. So if this is feeling much, coming out, we're just going to take our right shoulder and roll it to the right for less. And then to get more stretch, we're going to take our right shoulder and roll it to the left for more. And then maybe taking this moment to close the eyes, to try to relax the body where you might be holding tension. Common areas that hold tension tend to be eyebrows and jaw, shoulders, glutes. Let's begin to release. We're going to roll back onto our stomach to give ourselves a moment to reset. And then we'll try this on the second side. So we'll extend our right hand off to the right side. Make sure that your palm is facing down. If everything's feeling okay, you can roll onto the right side of your body. You can have your left leg coming up and over, creating that kickstand. And you could also have your hand in front of you, kind of holding you into the stretch. Option to wrap arm around your low back, reach for the other hip crease for a little bit more stretch. Maybe closing the eyes here. This is an awesome stretch for our shoulders. So good for opening the shoulders. So good for the rotator cuff. And I always feel like after I do this stretch, after I hold it a little bit, my posture improves for the rest of the day. My shoulders are just so much more open. Just gives such a good stretch for the body. Let's begin to come on out of this one. We're going to roll onto our stomach. We will press on up into table and we'll find our way into seated. If your knees feel okay, you may want to sit back onto your heels for a moment. This can be a nice opportunity to give a quad stretch here, but if that's a little bit much on your knees, have the legs in front and cross them. Let's bring our hands onto our shoulders. We're going to take our elbows up. Let's take them back. We'll relax them down. Inhale. Exhale. And let's go one more time here. Nice full breath in and release. Let's relax our hands down. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope that you enjoyed this shoulder practice, our mindful stretching shoulder practice. I hope everyone's shoulders are feeling a bit more open. I hope that you can carry the benefits of class with you through the day today. I look forward to seeing you soon. I'll be back on Thursday. We'll have our mindful stretch practice at 3 o'clock East Coast time. And we can do a different practice with some different stretches. So we'll work with a different area of the body on Thursday. I hope to see you then. Take care.